Here we have a collection of press materials for Gran Turismo 4, which would have been distributed to journalists before the game was released, to generate hype among the gaming community and gain exposure in the media. Here are a couple of shots of the outer packaging, but let's take a look and see what's inside, shall we? Inside there are several press release documents, an envelope of photos, a brochure, and a collection of Gran Turismo stickers. The stickers are all present and intact, as you can see, and they range from small to big and everything in between. There are 12 stickers in total here, still in their original packaging. Moving on to the photos within the envelope, there are 6 actual photos developed by Epson, all in-game shots. There's a Chrysler Crossfire, a Honda S2000, a Mini Cooper, an R34 Skyline, a Mazda 110S and a Lotus Esprit. The photos are to showcase the game's photo mode, which was a new addition to the series in Gran Turismo 4, and of course it would feature on subsequent GT games too. Now we have the press releases, all 6 pages of them, featuring information about the game for journalists to read and publish. I'll make these available on my Facebook page, so if you want to see them or download them for yourself, just click the link in the description. The first page of the release gives the reader an intro to the series and then goes into Spec Mode, which was another new feature in Gran Turismo 4. On the second page you'll find more information on Spec Mode, as all the main features within this mode are discussed. The page then goes on to discuss the overview of Gran Turismo mode, including the home carriage and car dealerships. The third page finishes the overview information, talks a little about the cars in the game, and then goes on to provide information on the tracks, beginning with the real-world tracks from Japan. On the fourth page, you'll find information relating to the real-world tracks in North America and Europe. One interesting thing to note is Sears Point Raceway, which was actually called the Infineon Raceway on the final game. On the fifth page, there are nature courses, which include a track called Snow Lake and Motorsports Land as well. GT2 fans will remember that name. The track could have been changed to the driving park. Lower down the page, there are some of the photo mode locations. The sixth page contains the rest of photo mode locations. Interesting ones to note here are the Tokyo International Forum and Louisburg Square in Boston, which I don't recall from the final game. Further down, there are multiple sections about different elements of the game, like the physics engine and the GT Force Pro steering wheel. The seventh and last page contains information on the driving missions, which I remember fondly from Gran Turismo 4. The page also discusses the high score system from the game. The brochure from the press material set has the original Japanese release date for the game on the cover, which would later be delayed of course, since, it's Gran Turismo. And on the back cover, there's a nod towards Gran Turismo Resorts, which is what they refer to the overview screen as. The first 2 pages of the brochure show the overview with the home garage, car dealerships, races and more. There are some icons that would be changed before the game's released, such as the music theatre, replay theatre and GT Auto icons, some of which are also in different spots on the map. The second and third pages talk all about the landscape and the cars. As this is all in Japanese, unfortunately I can't really tell you what it says, but if anyone fancies translating any of it, then please feel free. The third and fourth pages detail the 2 new modes of gameplay, Spec Mode and Photo Mode. Naturally, these 2 modes get a lot of coverage for exactly that reason. They're new. The 5th and 6th pages provide information around the tracks, comparing real-world images with in-game shots, particularly of the Nürburgring, though there are other locations on the right-hand side. The 7th and 8th pages comprise of a full car list. One thing that jumped out to me was Toyota Modelista, which is actually TRD in the final game. Do you see any other cars or manufacturers worth mentioning here? Or perhaps any obvious cars that are missing? Let me know in the comments. And that concludes this look at the Gran Turismo 4 press materials. Thanks for watching.